As the world watches and listens in horror, the peaceful pro-democracy demonstration in China comes to a violent and bloody end.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Wolves hiding nearby, whispering do or die around me. You say your last good night while I begin.
There is another very important phase of warfare. It has as its target not the body, but the mind of the enemy.
The target of psychological warfare is against the enemy's mind.
It is words and ideas.
The ammunition used by Psywar.
Its mission is to influence the thoughts of the enemy soldier, and at the same time
is expected and encouraged to study foreign languages and the social sciences such as history, economics, and sociology. He must have a broad and sympathetic understanding of all phases of human experience.
Gripping at my skin, the walls of night close in.
but the use of this force as an integral part of combat has now taken on new form.
As I wait to say my last goodbye.
SOP is a critical element to the overall RSOF mission. RSOF's main mission being unconventional warfare. It's very hard to have a resistance movement without that propaganda call coming out and recruiting that G-force to come in and train with you. So it's the critical first step in information warfare before you get to any type of decisive action. And we're seeing the same thing in multi-domain operations and near-peer threats, that information warfare comes first before actual warfare.
So the easiest way for me to describe psychological operations and what I do on the tactical side is trying to get a desired effect from either an enemy force or from a friendly force that is going to help us achieve kinetic effects using non-kinetic means.
And that behavior change takes place through a matter of weeks, months, years, typically. It's a usually mid to long-term process, and the techniques we use to influence that population range across a very broad spectrum. Some of those are your standard, media or mixed media type of products. It may be paper, it may be face-to-face engagement, it may be radio broadcast. Looking for cultural change or social change, specifically volatile areas of the world that we work in.
And the thing I would say I enjoy most about psychological operations is like the opportunity. Traveled, learned another language, so I've already been to multiple countries.
As a detachment commander, I had complete autonomy to run my detachment the way that I saw fit to prepare us for our deployments. And I really liked that small team mentality and working with a small group of guys that, you did everything together.
While in the infantry,
I enjoyed my time, but I was always curious what else was out there. When I was in school, I was a marketing major, and so I always had a desire to do that as well. And I was really looking for a way to connect my desire for marketing as well as my desire to join the military, and I saw psychological operations as a way to do that.
I measure success in psychological operations on the effects that you generate. Are you actually generating an effect? Are you a contributing member to that team? And did that team ultimately accomplish something positive in that country? That's how I measure it. It's not really the PT test. It's not, well, how good you shoot or if you got your bachelor's degree while in service. Those things are just little events or little markers in your career, but real success is, did you have an impact on that individual that changed their life, perhaps? You know, that's where it's at.
Psychological operations have been conducted by armies throughout history to demoralize or disorient enemies, earn the loyalty and support of indigenous populations, and advance military and national objectives. The United States military first created elements in World War I specifically for Psywar operations. During World War II, the U.S. military executed a massive psychological warfare campaign in conjunction with Allied Force Headquarters and other agencies within the European theater and the Far East. World War II and other agencies within the European theater and the Far East. Other agencies within the European theater and the Far East. World War II was also the first employment of organized Psywar units, such as mobile radio broadcasting companies, combat propaganda teams, and Psywar combat teams. The Office of Psywar played a pivotal role in the 1952 establishment of the Psywar Center at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, to train soldiers in the art of special warfare, unconventional warfare, Psywar, and counterinsurgency. The Psywar Center later evolved into the modern U.S. Army John F. Kennedy Special Warfare Center and School.